Hello guys, LifeHackster here, and today we are going to review and test out Tapo's battery and solar powered floodlight camera. This is the C615F. I know it doesn't look like a floodlight camera, but its light output, which is up to 800 lumens, is surprisingly bright for its size. And not knowing that it is in battery power, you would think that it is a wired-in light. By the way, Tapo sent this floodlight camera to me to be checked and tested out, but this is not sponsored. They have no input or have viewed or previewed this video. This also is a pan and tilt camera which pans 360 degrees and tilts 130 degrees. It records in 2K quality, 2304 by 1296 pixel resolution up to 20 FPS. The field of view of the camera is only 100 degrees diagonal, but this camera also tracks. It has this 800 lumens floodlight, 4000 Kelvin color temperature to light up the footage at night. But the camera itself also has spotlights to help maintain color recording when you get out of the floodlight's range. You do have an option for black and white infrared night vision though if you want. This is battery powered with a 10,400 mAh built-in rechargeable battery. But this kit comes with a solar panel that Tapo states only needs 45 minutes of direct sunlight a day to keep the camera fully charged. This is a Tapo, so subscription is optional, and that's for cloud recording. And it can record to a microSD card inserted on the camera itself up to a 512GB card. And another cool thing about Tapo is that all its essential features like its AI smart detection and tracking doesn't need a subscription. This only connects to 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi and is IP65 weather resistant and Google and Amazon devices compatible. Inside the box, you will get the solar panel, a small 2.5 watt one, and it is USB-C. You will get the floodlight camera itself with a part of its mount already attached. And it only has one floodlight. We have the PIR sensor here, camera lens, light sensor, mic, infrared LEDs, and the spotlights. And at the bottom, we have a rubber flap that covers the microSD card slot, power, and reset button. On the back of the floodlight, we have the speaker and another rubber flap that covers the USB-C port for solar charging or to manually charge the battery. The floodlight itself can be tilted down just a bit. We have plastic anchors and mounting screws, and we have a 13-foot solar panel extension cable. And we have the rest of the camera mount already screwed in on this solar and camera wall mount. This camera mount can also be removed if you want to install this somewhere else, which I'll show you later on. And the camera just slides in like so. You're also gonna get a quick start guide and a mounting template. We have a mount cover here and a short USB-C cable. To set up, first, let's insert a microSD card and turn it on for power. Open up the Tapo app, click the plus sign, add device, outdoor cameras, and I realized there's a lot of Tapo cameras. But I'll choose the Tapo C615F. Already red and green, select your Wi-Fi network, and wait until it is connected. Name your camera. Select your camera icon and setup is complete. You'll be then shown a cloud recording option trial, which I will not do. To install, first I'll demo the install of the solar panel and camera mount, which I just need to screw it in with the 3 included screws. Then I can just slide in the floodlight camera like so. Then I'll slide in the solar panel to its mount and plug it into the back of the camera. And with this wall mount, you will have a clean looking install. But for my testing, I will install it under the eaves. So I just have to unscrew the camera mount from the wall mount. Then screw it in under my eaves with the 2 included screws. And then just slide in the floodlight camera. And you can install the wall mount somewhere else to connect the solar panel. Now let's check these settings in the app. When you open up the Tapo app, you will see your devices list with their corresponding icons. No snapshots. You can turn off the camera from here. Clicking on it will open up the live view, which loads up pretty quick. You have the battery level, snapshot or record the live view, listen in, start two-way talk, and this one is full duplex like a phone call. This mic one is half duplex, push and hold to talk. We have the pan and tilt, and you can manually pan the camera to the left or to the right, tilt up or down. On the bottom here, we have the preset positions that are already programmed. Clicking on it will get you to that position, which the camera responds pretty quick. And you can add up to 8 presets. We have the alarm, and now we have the choice to manually trigger it or for the alarm to only activate when events are detected. I'm glad that Tapo is finally adding the manual alarm setting. We have the privacy mode and we have the light. And this is for the floodlight, turning it off or on. Now you're still seeing light from the spotlights of the camera, which there's no switch on this one. It will turn off if you exit the live view. Playback and download, and this is where you can view and download the recorded events. Gear icon for the camera settings. We have detection, and this is where we can set the tracking. You can set it to track only smart events. We have detection zones, and we have motion detection sensitivity. And it is separate for person, vehicle, or pets. For the alarm, we have the auto alarm, which it will only trigger when smart events are detected. And we have the manual alarm, and you can also customize the sound type. We have the battery status, we have the pan and tilt, and you can turn on patrol mode where the camera will go to your set positions, and you can adjust the time how long it will stay in a position, from every hour to every 12 hours. And there's also a panoramic feature. We have floodlight settings where you can adjust the brightness. We have the auto off timer when you're manually turning it on, and we have the auto on settings where you can set the sensitivity of the motion sensor for the floodlight to turn on, and you can adjust the extend on time, how long it will stay on after the motion has stopped. And you can set a schedule for the floodlight to turn on. This is only when motion is detected at night. Storage and recording, where you can adjust the retrigger time and record buffer, and set the recording length, and you can also set a recording schedule. This will only record motion events. Video and display, and I'll just show you the video quality that it's recording in 2K, and the frame rate is up to 20 FPS. And we have the night mode settings. You have the infrared mode or color mode with the spotlights. And this is where you can adjust the brightness of the camera spotlights. And this is different from the floodlight, which has its own setting. And as to notifications, there's a rich notification option or having snapshots on the notifications, but this one would need the cloud recording subscription. This is the only feature of this camera that needs it. Now, time to do some testing. This is video and audio of Apple's solar floodlight camera, the C615F. And video clarity test at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Running that test. C615F floodlight. This with the floodlight turned on, and also the light on the camera. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25. Tracking. The red LEDs, and this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25. We are going to test the notification speed of the Tapo solar floodlight camera, the C615F, and I'm on my 5G cellular connection, and it is 240. So let's check it out. I don't have rich notification set on this one because the tracking is on. Because if it does, you need to subscribe for their cloud recording. A little bit delay there. So you can see no rich notification, but when you click on that, it should open up the live view. Oh, somebody is on my side camera there. There you go, live view. Cool. All right, so it is 2:41. It's less than a minute though. It's about 30 seconds or so, but the recording interval, I set it to 0, so it should be recording and giving me a notification again. Let's see, tracking on. It's tracking me now. And we'll just wait for the notification. Not bad. Just like that. Cool. We are going to test the maximum detection distance of the Tapo C615, the floodlight solar floodlight camera from Tapo, and I've set the auto wake sensitivity to the highest to trigger its PIR sensor to the max sensitivity, and also person detection only. So let's check it out at 40 feet. I know Tapos don't really detect at 40 feet. Let's go 35. Not at 35. Let's go 30. Yeah, started tracking me. So it should be, we'll get a notification here in a little bit. There you go. So it's about 30 feet. Cool. Now we are going to test how soon the Tapo C615 is going to start recording when motion is going towards it. Oh yeah, it's already tracking me. So I should be getting a notification here. There you go. Cool. And we'll see in the recording. As to multiple tracking, the Tapo C615 will stick to the first person that it detected. Alright, so we are going to check and listen in and see if this Tapo C615F will have some motor noise when it pans or tilts. So let's check with the panning first. Nope, I don't hear it. How about when it tilts? Nope, I don't hear it also. It's pretty quiet. This is the audio quality coming out from Tapo C615F solar floodlight camera. This is the audio quality coming out from Tapo's C615F solar floodlight camera. So what do you think? Video quality is pretty decent with this Tapo model. I like the floodlight, and I'm actually pretty surprised on how bright it is just for one small floodlight, and that is also in battery powered. And that is almost the same or probably brighter than the Ring floodlight cam, which is advertised as 2000 lumens and is also wired in. Motion tracking of this camera is also pretty reliable and is pretty responsive in the Tapo app, which has always been with Tapo cameras. As to battery life, I really cannot tell yet, but from 93% before all the testing and overnight, in the morning it was 88%. So the solar panel will really help in getting this camera sufficiently charged. One thing to note about Tapo's tracking or pan and tilt cameras, it doesn't have an option that you can set a home or guard position. So the camera will just return after tracking and stay in the last position that you set it at. Tapo really needs to add an option for one of the presets at least to be the default or home position of the camera. And what I really want that this camera is missing is the 24/7 capture, which their 4K MagCam model has. This feature will boost the detection performance of this camera. I made a video on why this feature is better, and I will link it down below if you haven't seen it yet. And this can be easily added via firmware. Anyways, if you need a floodlight camera in an area that doesn't have a plug-in or wired power, this Tapo C615F can be a very good option. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.